Good morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, welcome back to the Bristol channel. You join me, yes, here today at Blue Anchor. You wouldn't know because I'm sat in my van, but I promise I'll turn you around and I'll get you into the action very soon, my friend. What it is a bank holiday weekend and it's a Monday. It's also 5 o'clock in the morning. Today's high is 9 o'clock. I'm here about 50 minutes early and I'll show you why in a minute. I'm fishing Blue Anchor. Literally park your van or your car and fish from your car. Over the last few months, or since I started my YouTube channel, I get lots and lots of questions. Sometimes people say, yes, it's all right for you being able to walk for an hour on Chesil, but my mobility won't allow me. Is there anywhere on the Bristol channel where I can park the car and fish? Well, voila, here we are. We're at Blue Anchor. It's really safe, it's really comfortable, and we've got a chance. My name's Wayne, this is an easy mark to fish on the Bristol channel and I'll bring you back in a minute. Let's get it out there. Out she goes. That's out there. Oh, what a bait that is. And there we go. Got her unhooked. Let's get her away. Thanks, Mrs. Thornback. So I've just been fishing with Dom, haven't I?
You have?
Yeah? You've been watching some of the...
I've been watching your videos, Wayne, yeah.
So he's basically kicked my butt. I've just gone down and got you this beautiful fish. A nice spotted ray.
Yeah.
You caught one of them before?
Yes, but not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, only ever thornbacks here previously.
Here we are. It happens to be raining, of course it is. But it's not windy, it's a beautiful morning and I am the only person here. As I've said, it's a bank holiday Monday. I'm sure most people would have been like, ooh. So they're not really fussed to come fishing. As I mentioned before, I've come a little bit early to secure a steps area. Not the group, that'd be strange. But along this wall, I think there's three areas with steps so you can get down. Normally, if you can't get on these, you can get sort of a drop net, or you can work with someone, you can handball a fish at the side. But as I'm here nice and early, I managed to get us on a prime spot right on the steps. So if I do, when I happen to hook into a decent fish, because I'm on my own, I can get down and hopefully land it on camera for you. Yeah, as you can see, I'm at Blue Anchor. It's quite a famous mark. For the Bristol channel, there is not many places where you can just park your car or your van and fish, as you've seen. So yeah, it is pretty famous. It allows all of you to get out and fish. It's safe, and you've definitely got a chance of a fish. Today, I am about 4 hours before high. It's a 10.2 metre tide, which is quite a big tide for this area. And as you can see, or I'll show you in a minute, the tide is just making now. It's probably 100 metres away from the wall. I could actually walk down now and cast out, but I'm not. It's a nice and chilled session. I'm gonna wait for the water to hit the bottom of the wall and fish probably 2.5 to almost 3 hours up and 3 hours back, or 2.5 roughly. In this area, you're more likely to get bites on the ebb. And what that is, that's from the top of the tide back down. For some reason, maybe it's because all the fish come down or get pushed up in the tide, feed up on the reef area, and then as the tide turns, you seem to get a nice run of fish. Fish-wise today, if we're very lucky, we could get a smooth hound. You don't really get many off here, but there's a few about. If I was to take you out to a low water mark today, I could pretty much guarantee, like my last video, but I'm not. So I've got some peeler crab, just in the chance, or just on the off chance of getting a hound, or maybe a bass, or a lake codling. I've got some squid, which I'll show you all this in a minute anyway. Got some squid in sand hill, so you can pick up some small-eyed rays and some thornback rays off here, and we've definitely got a chance of a conger eel, and obviously a few dogfish. So kit-wise today, I'm pretty sure you know about this. I'm going to be using my competition naggers at Tronix Pro. If you've not watched one of my videos before, then why not? But if you have, you would have seen these magic wands, which I absolutely love. Retail $329, I believe, half the price of some other brands. And in my opinion, just as good. But I do work for Tronix Pro, so take what I say with a pinch of salt. But if you know me by now, I tend not to chat too much poo about products unless I really like it. And as you know, I've used these in my videos since they've come out. I've used them in Norway, I've used them everywhere. So if that is not a product review, then what is? I'm not pushing them, I'm just being honest with you. I'm going to pair them up with my Fathom 15s, not the new casting specials. These are the older ones. I prefer these personally, and I've got them magged just to help me. Today is not about distance, but it could help. And there you go. Beautiful sandy beach. We are now 4 hours before high, and as you can see, we've got a little bit of water. It's pretty clear all the way out. There's not really any snags or any rough bits, and it's a good beach. Chucks out some beautiful fish. As I mentioned before, you can catch dogfish, conger, codlin, bass, the occasional smooth hound, all the ray species if you're lucky. Yeah, it's good. The access is, well, you can't get better than this on the Bristol Channel, everyone. Just got your van or your car parked here and you can fish. As I've said, there's 2 or 3 areas with steps, makes it easy to get down. I've got in nice and early to hopefully secure a set of steps, which I have, but it's only about a 10-foot drop down. If you're here with someone else, obviously I'm on my own, it doesn't really matter. Some people use step ladders to get up and over, but you can handball fish up. But if you're here with someone, it's a lot easier. But as you know, I'm here on my own, hopefully filming you a nice video. This is the access to the beach. Yeah. So if we get a few splashes on the camera lens, as I mentioned before, it's raining quite hard. You probably can't see it, as it's the wet rain, as we like to call it in the UK. You know all about that. I think that's a British thing. But what a beautiful morning. And that's it. We're here. As I've said, the wall's not too high. If you're here with someone, you can handball up and you can help each other out. As I'm here on my own, I always like to try and get to the steps area. The beach is pretty much the same all the way along. A little bit of rough stuff there. As you can see, there's plenty of worm casts. Oh, we've got a... Bloody hell, that's a massive mullet. It's got no eyes though. And there you go. Plenty of worm casts. What a beautiful morning, as you can see. Not a ripple really. Now, I'm not sure why I'm the only one here. Maybe that's a good indication that I shouldn't be. But who cares? It's a beautiful morning, yes. I know the weather's not great. It's just nice to be here. Got up nice and early, 3:30, woke up and thought, let's go fishing. No traffic. I didn't actually pass any cars all the way here, and it's over an hour from my house. So it's been beautiful. Fished till about 11, 30. Grab something to eat on the way home. Go home and have an afternoon with the family. What more can I ask for? Hopefully a few fish. I hope you had a good weekend. I didn't really watch any of it, to be honest. As you know by now, I'm ex-military, well, still serving in the reserves, but I've done a lot of standing around before holding weapons. And I've done stuff like that, and I just... It's probably not very patriotic, and I should watch it, but I didn't. I don't know why. I do like the royal family, but sometimes I don't know what to say about it all. So what I'm going to do is not say anything, and I think that's best. But yeah, it's beautiful. Just taking my time, get some rigs out, get some bait on. I'll probably walk down for the first cast. And as I said, once the water comes in, be able to fish off the top here. If we get anything decent, I'll be able to go down the steps. Yeah, it can chuck up some beautiful fish. Don't be fooled by an easy mark. as you probably know by now, most of the simple marks when you fish from your car can be hard work. But this actually chucks up some beautiful fish, and you get 5 hours fishing, sometimes a bit more. You can walk it in. I could have fished an hour ago and then fish it all the way back, so you could probably get 7 hours fishing if you really wanted, but you know. Frozen squid. One bait needle. I can't believe I'm the only one here. It's crazy. When it's frozen, you can manipulate it to make it more streamlined like that. That's what I like about it. Put a little bit of elastic on. Unfortunately, it's going to rain the whole time. And it's just coming straight down. So it's not really an angle I can get you out of the wind and rain. Well, there's not really much wind, but you know what I'm saying. I hope you're doing all right. Hope you're staying safe, looking out for yourself. I am, but I'm trying. Yeah, I'm sorry about Chesil this week. I just don't think it's worth going down. That's very defeatist by me. I know, but I'd rather bring you out to the Bristol channel where we've got a chance of a fish. It's not all about catching, but I just know I'll blank if I go to Chesil, lose all my hooks, get covered in May bloom, get bit off by spider crabs every cast, and probably blank. Well, most definitely blank. And there we go. There's a whole squid on my 5-foot pulley with a 4-0 circle held on with my tubing and a 4-0 J hook. An extra this time. As I'm not fishing over rough ground, I'm quite happy to use strong hooks, because I'm fishing just on broken ground. I shouldn't get snagged up. You should never say that, I know, but the chances of getting snagged up on that hook are very minimal fishing this mixed ground beach. I'm going to walk down, I'll get it out, I'll bring you back, hopefully we can get a few bites on camera and I can make you a nice video. Good morning everyone, welcome back to the Bristol channel. Well, that didn't take long. As you know, I put the loop rig out, double rag, just put the squid one out, just about to do a peeler crab, and I've been slack lined. Smashed me over, came back. Could be double dog, could be a bass. There we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wind it in from up here. When I get a fish, I'm not going to wind it all over the sand and rocks and banks it off the wall. As it's daylight and it's nice and comfortable, I'm just going to wind it in on the beach, put the rod down, go and collect it, because 9 times out of 10 I'll be putting the fish back. I've been proper slack-lined. Only got small hooks. Could it be a bass? Yeah, we're on. Fish on. Got small hooks, as I said, size 1s. Just going to take my time. Oh, I might have just dropped it. Oh well, not a problem. I don't know. Could be something small there. Could be something just swimming. I've had bass before. We don't even know they're on. But yeah, I think I've dropped this one, everyone. Just catching on a little bit of rough ground in there. But we've got a chance. That's definitely a bass bite, I reckon. Oh, there's a little bit of hope. As I've said, it's a great mark. In 5 hours time, I'll be like, oh, I hate it here. No, I don't. It's gonna be good. We're gonna get a few bites. Right, I'm gonna walk down and get this. There's no fish on here. I'll bring you back. Hopefully we can get some more action. But that's a good start. Been fishing about 10 minutes. As you can probably see, there's 4 or 5 more people turned up. I just want to talk to you about this location. As I've said, I'm fishing straight from the van. You will see I've got yellow lines at the front and none at the back. There's also parking spaces here. As it's 6 o'clock in the morning, there's no problem with me parking this side, like everyone else is doing. When it gets busy, what I would do is park over in the car parking spaces just here. If people start parking in there, then I'm going to drop my van across because you don't want to get in trouble. As you've seen previously in Minehead, there's quite a few Karens about, especially in this industry if you're doing well, and people are quick to jump on you. But jokes aside, we've got to make sure we do the right things and we play the game. It's not a problem. I've parked here my whole life like everyone else. I've never seen anyone get in trouble, but there is yellow lines dotted all the way along, but they are broken, so I don't really think it matters. But if it gets busy and it's not 6 o'clock in the morning and you're not on your own, please pull into the space. Don't take it for granted that you can park here. If someone comes along and has a moan, just move. Makes it simple. But this time of day, as you can see, everyone else is doing it. And if it gets busy, I'll drop my van back in the space because we've got to play the game. So we don't want to get in trouble, do we? But look, I'm fishing. We've had that one bite. It's been quiet ever since. I've kept the baits going in. I'll keep trying, keep mixing it up. If we get any action, I'll bring you straight back. And there we are. It's very peaceful. Even the rain's dropped out a little bit. It's actually a nice morning. It does help being able to fish pretty much from the van, as you know. But yeah, we're fishing. One bite, which is probably a school bass or a bass. So we've got some hope. As I said before, it picks up after the top of the tide. So most places in the UK, unless it's a low water mark naturally, you fish probably 2 hours up, 2 back, and it fishes best on the flood, as a rule. But this area fishes better 2.5 hours down. So if you get a fish on the flood, which is the incoming tide, it's normally a bonus. And the fish normally come, as I said, after the top of tide. So we've got plenty of time, and we've got a chance. I'm going to keep mixing it up. I'm going to put a sand eel out in a minute. As I've said, you can pick up small-eyed rays and different rays here. I'm just going to keep mixing the baits up, different ranges, just try my best. But to be honest, it's just nice to be out, sat chilled, watching the rod tips. I've not seen any other fish come in yet. As I said, it's got really busy. And it's nice to see people out fishing, making the most of this bank holiday Monday. Yes. Dog on. We're not blanking. Just crank her up. And there we are. Dog on. That's a fat dogfish, by the way. Let's just unhook this one straight away. Great, munch my peeler crablet. There you go. Little thing trying to get me. So I just thought I'd show you the water's in. So I've got someone coming next to me, Dom, who watches the channel. Said it's been fishing really well. There's probably 20 cars now along the wall and vans. That's probably an underestimation. It's great to see so many people out. As I said to you, it fishes better after high. But there you go. Beautiful, hey? What a still beautiful morning on the mighty Bristol Channel. It's just nice to be out, and what a beautiful mark. Just going to change the baits. So I'm not really worried yet, it's been a bit quiet, but as I said to you before, the fishing picks up after the top of the tide. So as we call it on the ebb, as the tide's going up, oh, I might have another dog on here, I reckon. A whole squid this was. They like squid, you know. Well, they like everything. I'm just mixing it up. I've not really got a plan. I'm putting peeler out, ragworm, black lug. I've got frozen blacks, not fresh. Squid. Just keep mixing it up. Hopefully, as I said before, when the tide turns, should get into a few fish. What have we got? I reckon we got another dogfish. Can't see it yet. Didn't even get a bite, so standard dogfish. Just take your bait and go to sleep. Don't fight. Pretty much annoying, unless you're in a match, and then they're lovely. Yeah. Nice to get a few fish out. Better than blanking on Chesalway. And what have we got? I'm saying dogfish, what have we got? And as expected, a woofer. I think I might have this one in the ass. Oh yes. It's technically not the way to catch them, but if I was fishing a match, I'd be well happy. That's a dogfish in the ass. We've just come up to the top of the tide and we've got a bit of tide. My lines are pulling now to the left, so it's just starting to ebb. Now is the best time here to get a bite. For the next hour is key, and then it slows down a little bit up to probably 2.5 hours back, sometimes 3, and you can get the odd conger reel just as that water's going. But now's a good time. As you know, I've been putting in the effort, I keep casting, I keep mixing it up, but now is where I'm more hopeful than any other time at the tide. It's beautiful. So many people fishing now. It's amazing. It's good. It's nice to talk. I've got Dom next to me, watches the videos. He's just taught me out a cup of tea. That's the community we're in. If you're nice to people, people will be nice back. Pretty much like life. Some people just don't get it, but that's fishing, that's life, you know how it is. So what I'm going to do now is put a nice squid bait out. You never know, I might have a chance of a nice ray, or even a bass. I've got a peeler crab out on one, nothing's happened yet. Just dogs. I've had 3 dogfish now, and I believe I missed a bass first cast. But that's fine. This bait elastic's running out. It's getting harder and harder to use every time. I've got a spare one. There we go. Do you know what? I'm going to change that one. Got to use it a bit more. I don't want to waste it, you see. This is a loop rig. I've got a ragworm on the top and a sand on the bottom. Feels like quite a lot of weight actually. If I keep battling through these dogs, I'm sure I can get into something else. But this doesn't feel like a dogfish. But as it's a loop rig, I've got smaller hooks. Just going to take my time, just in case. I might have a ray, or you never know. Could be double dog. It stopped raining at last anyway. We've got more weight. As it's a loop rig though, I've got 2 hooks, so I could have 2. Be alright if I was fishing a match. Yes. I forgot. I've got 1 dog at least. Nope, a double dog in here. Here we go. If I was match fishing, I'd be buzzing. Oh yeah. Oh. Double dogfish. On my match rig. And there we are. That's the holy grail of match fishing. If I was fishing a match today, I'd be absolutely loving that. Double hook up there. But there's my loop rig. Obviously the top one on the rag, bottom one on the sand hill. I'll sort these out. I keep casting, but we're in the fish. That's all I can do. I'm fishing and I'm catching fish. 2 at a time. Oh, it's so peaceful now. So settled as well. I think I might have another woofer. That's so nice though. It's just beautiful to be out fishing. I don't really care that it's just dogs. It's just so nice to be here. It's quite a nice little community here. Everyone sort of talks and everyone gets on, I think. Well, it seems that way. Is this a dog? Probably. It's not a whole squid, this one. Yep, definitely is. Another doggy. Just like that. Oh, whoopsie. That's a fat dogfish. Anyway, you've seen one of these before. You've seen about 1 million on my channel lately. There you go. That's a dogfish. I'll get him unhooked. We'll get him back. No harm done, and we'll keep trying. Going for it. Big fish bait. When I match fish here, the last hour of the tide I try for a conger, so I'm going to do the same today. Big fish baits. Go for a big eel, hey? Or a bass. Or a dogfish. Oh, we've got a chance. To be fair though, I don't really care. We've been out fishing, haven't we? I know I keep saying it, and we caught a few fish. And that's all that matters. It's a big heavy bait, this. Thank you. So many people walking at the moment. Just let these people by. Obviously when you come fishing places like this, you have to allow for walkers and people and dogs. It's a big bait, I don't need to stick it miles. I'm gonna just flick it out there. There you go. Oh, what? The tide's dropped right out now, which is not a good sign. And there you go, look at that. Let's just admire that for a minute. So it's last cast, double peeler crab. Just going to stick it as far as I can, hopefully pick up a bass if I'm lucky. On the other one I've got that massive fish bait, so I'm maximising my chances and giving myself all the opportunity in the world to catch us a decent fish on the last cast. I'm going to smack this. Give it a little tickle, shall we? Get this one out in the tide. It's a 7/8 lead. Let's boom it out there. There's no one around. It is safe. There's no cars coming. Let's get it out there. Out she goes. That's out there. Oh, what a bait that is. Double peeler, ready to go. Wish me luck.
I've just been fishing with Dom, haven't I?
You have?
Yeah? You've been watching some of the...
I've been watching your videos, Wayne, yeah.
So he's basically kicked my butt. I've just gone down and got you this beautiful fish. And I spotted Ray.
Yeah.
You caught one of them before?
Yes, but not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, only ever thornbacks here previously.
I know. It's a beautiful place. You've popped down for a few hours like myself. You only live up the road. What sort of area is it? It's just a nice, easy place to fish, yeah?
It's an easy place to fish. And, yeah, I'll take that today.
Yeah.
Especially on a dropping tide.
We've had loads of dogs, haven't we?
Yeah. I haven't had as many dogs as Wayne, but still dogs.
But we've been out fishing, we've had a good time, we've had a chat. You even made me a brew.
I did.
We've been sharing tea.
Indeed.
But that's a beautiful fish. We'll get this one back. But that's what you can catch here. Obviously today I've just caught dogs. Tom's just show me how to do it.
Doesn't happen like that all the time.
But it's a good place to fish, isn't it?
It is.
For people who just are not very mobile, just want to turn up and have a little fish.
Yeah.
It's littered all the way along with cars. People just turning up for a few hours. As I said before, you can park this side, but if anyone comes or anyone asks you to move, I don't think anyone ever will.
No.
But there's spaces over there. But we'll get this spotted back. Cheers, mate.
Lovely. Cheers,
Beautiful
Wayne.
fish.
Good
Well
to see
done.
you.
You're right.
Yeah, you?
Yeah. Caught much today?
No, dogfish.
Oh. Bloody things. Look at all that. Oh yeah. Keeps you off the streets. and that
Exactly.
trouble, doesn't it?
Keep straight to pub.
Yeah.
You in big?
Been to a nice fish, mate. Well, we just seen Dom have that Ray. I stuck that peeler crab out and my rod's just hooped over in the rest, and I believe I've got a Ray as well. Yeah, we got him up on the top. I hope you can see that. Hopefully it's a blonde. Might be a thornback, but hopefully it's a blonde. Stuck a peeler crab. See the wing? Hopefully it's a blonde. I'm not worried if it's a fawny, but I'd like a blonde. Wouldn't we all? Shouldn't say that, my missus is a brunette. Keep it going. There we are. Just like that. So I've not actually got my mics on because we're just packing up and I've just caught this fawny on the last cast. As I said earlier, last cast is always the best here. Dawn was saying the same, wouldn't you, Dawn? Last half an hour, look, the water's right out and we're into a nice fish. But there you go, there's a beautiful female fawny. Happy days. Fishing from the van. Beautiful, eh? Cheers, everyone. Got her unhooked. Let's get her away. Thanks, Mrs. Thornback. Whoa, you're very fawny. There you go. Absolutely perfect. There she goes. We're on the fish. Well, that was a nice fish to finish off the day. I'm in again on here, but it's not a ray. I think it's a doggy. Might be right. And there we are. My big fish bait. I put out for a ray and I caught the ray on a crab. Well, this is Blue Anchor. That is the Bristol channel. My name's Wayne, so if you like to come and fish a comfy mark, come down and fish down here. As you've seen, it's safe as houses and it's really comfortable. Make sure if you park this side like everyone does and everyone has done for years, if someone kindly asks you to move, then drop it over. If it gets busy, just park in the spaces opposite. But my name's Wayne, this has been Blue Anchor, and I look forward to seeing you again next week somewhere else. Thanks everyone, cheers for watching and see you soon.